Hey y'all, just a warning. This is more of a ranting video. Um, there will be some rambling, just to let you know. But for the past few days, I've been thinking about different things, pondering about my life, pondering about other people's lives, and seeing what works for them and what does not work for them. I did a Facebook post actually about a week ago or so about like reflecting on different things. And I did a little bit on my Instagram and on my WhatsApp status as well. But the main one is on my Facebook, my personal Facebook. Anyway, it's about like standing up for yourself, and not letting people bully you. But there's a fine balance between like standing up for yourself and actually bullying people. One of the worst ways to like bully people I find is the passive aggressive. In a nutshell, passive aggressive is like doing nothing, or not doing what they want. So we're not like directly like bullying them like you are, but in an indirect way, which is like the most worst way, the sneaky way. Some people don't realize that they're doing it, and other people do intentionally do it on purpose. Books to like help that I've heard of is the Seven Habits for People or Adults. I can't remember. Seven Highly Effective Habits. Sean Covey wrote it. He goes through the seven habits. The first habit, I believe, is being proactive. And it's divided up into different, they do, I think, three habits, then another three habits, and the seventh habit. Another one of them is like double win or win. Basically, it's like compromising. Like the both parties that are disagreeing on something, they both have to give. Both have to like empathic. Basically, they have to be like empathic to the other person and see like where they're coming from. Also, a great website resource that I use sometimes is Psychology Today. They have a lot of topics. They have like general topics, but then they have subtopics. Like they break down the topics, which helps. And they do talk about like setting healthy boundaries, and not let people like bully you or take advantage of you. Honestly, like the worst case scenario in any kind of disagreement, it could be also abuse, could be whatever, if it's in your own family estrangements, but there are counselors that Psychology Today do have also, and they have quizzes too on that site to tell you like what your personality is. Lots of quizzes. I'm just focusing on the boundaries part. And like, as I said in my Facebook post, which I'm pretty sure I posted on my Instagram too. But anyway, you cannot be a mouse and let people walk over you. That's just being non-assertive, non-aggressive. That's being passive, basically. And you can't be saying like, oh, it's my way or the highway. That's like aggressive. And like being assertive was like, it can be a challenge to learn. But being assertive is basically getting your way, not always, but getting your way in a reasonable manner, hurting no one. And another definition for being assertive is basically getting things done in an organized manner, so like everybody can like work together. And sometimes being assertive means that like, yeah, so you think your idea is good, but then all of a sudden another person has a better idea. So okay, I will choose Susie's idea over mine because it has been like proven like we should try Susie's idea. And another thing with like understanding each other and like being assertive again, it's all about communication. Communication is key, period. End of story. Any type of relationship or interaction, like communication, period. It could be written communication, it could be in person, it could be videos like I'm doing right now. Any type of communication, it has to be like what the other person can understand. And also, okay, for example, at the beginning of this video, I warned you all that this is more of a ranting video, and it might be some rambling too. So I warned you all that like maybe if we're not the type that like understands the storytelling type, which I am, you would know that. And there's like, I have family members who are drivers, so they get to the point straight away. They like straight lines. Well, the storyteller type, they go down rabbit holes and dovetails, and everything is connected to everything. They're easily distracted at times. And yeah, this is a perfect example of my own style. But anyway, what was I talking about? Sorry. But to do with the different personality styles and being assertive. But like being assertive is a life skill. Means you won't be taken advantage of, and it means that you won't be portrayed as a bully because we're getting things done correctly and we're making sure that everybody's happy, and if not happy, that they can live with the decision. Like, okay, I'll give you a story. So, Jack and Jill. So as kids say want to go somewhere for a vacation, for just a 1 day thing on a weekend or a 2 day thing. But anyway, so Jack really wants to go to the beach. Well, Jill really wants to go to the park. So they both, here's an example of being aggressive. They both fight each other. And Jack says, "No, I want to go to the beach. Like, you have to do it my way." Jill says, like, "No, you have to do it my way. We have to go to the park." That's aggressive. Because they're basically bullying each other. Then if you take the same scenario, but switch it up, and we do it as a passive thing. So Jack and Jill. Same thing. Jack says, I want to go to the beach. Jill says, I want to go to the park. Jack says, oh, let's go to the park then, Jill. Then Jill says, no, let's go to the let's go to the beach. Like what you said, Jack. Then they basically still argue with each other because they want to make sure the other person is happy. That's a small example of like a passive thing. But like if you take the same two kids, same two places, and now the both of them are being assertive. So, Jack says beach, Jill says park. So, then anyway, so they both realize that like they both want to do an all day thing at their relative locations, but they want to be together. So an option could be in the morning, both of them could go to one place, and in the afternoon, they could go to the other place. Or they could like, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of right now. But they're like both working it out. So like, or here's another one, another like possibility that when like Saturday they could go to one place, then following Saturday they go to the other place. So they both work it out basically. Is being assertive is like giving and taking in an appropriate measure and appropriate manner. Because being assertive doesn't mean you always get what you want all the time. Yes, you do get what you want, but not all the time. This being polite but stating what you want and what your needs are. Especially if it is required that needs, yeah, you do have to like make sure you like do it in a respectful way. Again, this is just a layman's perspective of this. There's more people out there that are way more knowledgeable than I. And also, oh, and like relationships in general, if like it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, it could be any type of relationship. If one person is like more of the leader, not bully, and the other person is more passive but not like the negative kind of passive, and they're both happy with it and they're both not hurting each other or themselves, like that is totally fine. Like for example, if let's say Jack is more assertive and Jill is less assertive, so Jack wants to go to the beach, yeah, and Jill wants to go to the park. So Jill would naturally follow Jack and they would go to the beach. And if they're both happy with it, that's totally fine. As long as they're not like bullying each other into stuff. I could go on forever sometimes when I'm in this type of mood. And if you are still watching this, kudos to you. So yeah, yeah, I think that's basically it. Make sure to check out my other videos as well.